Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Talk and Tidbits. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm outside, I'm cold and it's windy, but today's video, I want to share with you an update on my Tesla, 30,000 miles with my Tesla. I've had it for 2 years, and today we're going to go over everything as far as the accessories that I've done. I haven't really done any upgrades, but let's get into it. So I have a 2023 Model Y Performance. I purchased it in July of 2024. So I've had it just for over a year and a half. I actually purchased the demo model. So it had about 3,000, 4,000 miles on it when I purchased it. And now I've recently hit 30,000 miles. So the Model Y Performance, and any performance model, comes with the 21-inch wheels, and it also has the red brake calipers. Also with the performance models, the suspension is usually a little bit lower, and the performance models has the speed boost already included for the sports mode. The long range models do not come with that, but you can purchase it as a software upgrade. I want to wrap it in matte purple, but for now, I have just a clear PPF protection on it, on the front, on the headlights, and on the quarter panels, and on the back mirrors. That is one thing that I do recommend. That was the first thing I did when I purchased the car, because Teslas are known to have thin paint. I don't really know if it's true. I didn't test it myself or anything like that, but I did put the PPF coating on it, so it kind of helps with nicks and chips and rocks and stuff like that. The second thing that I did was tint my windows all the way around. So as you can see, my windshield is tinted. My windshield is tinted 30%. Let me put a disclaimer out there. This is not legal in any state, okay? In the state that I live in, I can have a doctor's note for I think it's called window shading for the front window, and I have that. So I tinted my window 30%, but it does help keep my car cooler. Of course, it helps block the sun, and in the summertime, it's much, much cooler. My side windows are tinted 20% all the way around. I don't have any issues with seeing out at nighttime or anything like that. The headlights are plenty bright. I can see very clear at night and during the day with no issues. Those were the first two things that I've done. The third thing that I got was I don't know if it's just the Model Y or all of them, but the tires on these cars do not come out past the rim. So you'll see like the rim sticks out quite a bit. And in all the cars that I've ever owned, I have never have I curbed a rim until this car. And it's very easy to do, just going through like a drive-through or turning sometimes if you turn too close. Like, it's really easy to do. So I purchased these covers, and I'll put the link to them down below. I purchased these covers and they literally just snap off. You can see it just pulls off, and it covers the wheel, so that way, if you have any curb rash or anything on there, it covers it. And if you don't, you can put them on there as a protective measure, so you'll scratch this and not your actual wheel. So these have saved me lots. I actually took my car to get it inspected back during the summer in May. I took it to get it inspected, and when they pulled it into the bay to do the inspection, they hit the curb and broke one of these covers. Luckily, it was just the cover and not the wheel. So the cover was easy to replace, easy to fix. So I definitely recommend those. And like I said, I'll put that down in the link below. Another thing that I did on the outside was in the back, I actually removed the Tesla logo. I just didn't like the Tesla logo. So I actually put the letters, and I noticed today that the E is missing. The little piece there, but it was just a little something different, so it doesn't look like everybody else's, right? And the performance models also come with this spoiler. If you like it, if you do, if you don't, you don't, but it doesn't serve any purpose. It's just technically just for show, for style. Another thing that I did on the outside was I added mud flaps. I was surprised it doesn't actually come with mud flaps, but I'll add the link for these as well, where I got these mud flaps. The mud flaps, to me, just kind of gives the car a more finished look. It extends this wheel well down to make it more even with the front. And of course, its purpose is also to help it from splashing up on the back. Another thing that I've done that you can't, of course, see, but my car does have ceramic coating. which has been really, really good. I know a lot of times people think, oh, you have ceramic coating, you don't have to wash it or do as much. That's not true. You still do have to maintain it. But the good thing is that when you put water on it, whatever is on here, like salt, stuff like that, it runs off pretty easily, and it helps the water bead up and run off. So I actually just got my car detailed by Figure 7 Detail in Fredericksburg. Shout out to Chris. Thank you for taking care of my car, making sure it looks good. Everything, he did a wax job on it. Even with the ceramic, I still needed a little bit of wax on there. So he did some wax on it and got out the watermarks for me. So if you live in Fredericksburg or surrounding areas, check out Chris at Figure 7 Detail. So those are all the upgrades and things that I've done on the outside of the car. Like I said, I do want to wrap it in that matte purple wrap. And if I do that, I'll make another video so you guys can see it. So on the inside, I've done a couple things, not too much. Mainly these all-weather mats. They're made by 3D. These mats I've had for as long as I've owned the car. It was one of the first things that I purchased, and they're molded to fit the car perfectly. There's no coming up on the edges or anything like that. And literally, you wash them off and they look brand new again. These just a few days ago had salt from the snow that we had here, dirt, everything all on them. Washed them off and it came right off. Looks like brand new. Ready? Recording? Microphone on? It's cold out here. My nose is running. My hands are freezing. This wind is blowing. It's time to go.